There was a time when making great music was enough. There were fewer artists, fewer platforms, less noise. But now the game has changed. Now you're not just competing with other artists. You're fighting for attention against algorithms, against dopamine addiction, against endless scrolling. And the truth is, most aspiring artists are stuck. Not because they are not talented, but because no one knows they exist. What no one tells you is that you don't need a million fans to have a successful music career. You don't need to run paid ads or manipulative marketing strategies to run a successful music business. All you need is a community. A few hundred, maybe a few thousand people who connect with the human behind the art. People who connect with you. And the fastest way to build that connection? Documenting your journey. Now I know it might sound scary to put yourself out there, to share work that's still in progress, or to speak before you feel ready. But documenting isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. And in today's world, real wins. So let's take my story for example. When I first started documenting my journey, I had no idea what a DAW was, and I had never finished a song, nor have I tried to. I started with zero talent whatsoever. Just the good old internet as a mentor and a huge hunger for chasing my dreams. What first began as a way to keep me accountable with my learning of music production ended up completely changing my life. Since then, sharing my music journey on YouTube allowed me to quit my day job and become a full-time music creator. I worked with many top music brands such as Waves, Focusrite, and Lender. I connected with bigger artist names such as Moonboy, Madnash, Sides, and Kara. And I have the freedom of working wherever I want, whenever I want, doing the things I love. So in this video, I want to share with you the 4 reasons why you should start to document your music journey on social media before it's too late, because I would hate for you to miss out on the amazing life of a music creator. Just before we get into it, if you are ready to stop hiding behind excuses and want to start making videos to document your journey, you should check out my course Music Creator. It is a 6-week program where I show you how to grow your audience, build your offers, and turn your music skills into a full-time income by creating content that feels authentic to you without sacrificing your music time. If you are interested, the link is below in the description, but for now, let's continue with the video. So as creatives, we tend to chase the idea of perfection, the perfect mix, the perfect lyrics, the perfect snare. But perfection depends on personal preferences. For example, on the same exact song, I'm gonna have people commenting that they would have loved to hear more bass, and others that are gonna tell me that the bass is too loud. So this idea of perfection is just a moving target that you can't hit. And while you wait to hit it, opportunities pass, ideas fade, and fears takes over. The thing with documenting your journey is that it forces you to hit publish even when it's messy. It teaches you to show up as you are, not as this perfect version of you that doesn't even exist. Over time, you'll start to realize that done is much better than perfect, and this is where you'll start to see progress. And speaking about progress, when we are so deep in the grind, it is very hard for us to realize the progress that we've made. It's very easy to forget our growth. But when you document your journey, you build an archive of all your achievements, all your progress. You can literally scroll back and see how much you've improved. Your sound, your confidence, your voice, your branding, everything. And in the moments where doubt will start creeping in, because it will eventually, this is when watching those videos and recognizing all the achievements and all the progress that you've accomplished so far that will keep you from giving up. Now, if we look at real-world artist example, a lot of them are actually documenting their journeys as well. Martin Garrix with The Martin Garrix Show, Justin Bieber with Seasons, Jake on TikTok. Now, you might argue that those people has a huge team documenting their journey for themselves. While this is true in some cases, this is just another excuse that your brain is throwing at you to keep you from feeling uncomfortable. Because you can totally apply the same principle to your music journey at your own level. For example, Blanks recorded vlogs and music challenges for the last 6 years. Trev Barnes is filming his production sessions for his YouTube audience and just released an album made of all the songs he made during those videos. And me, who documented my journey learning music production from zero, from not knowing what a DAW was to now being a full-time music creator. And I was doing this on the side of a 9-to-5 job, so it is possible. Documenting your journey allows you to build your skills in public, which over time builds a massive amount of trust and community, so don't wait. And speaking about waiting, this is the one reason that still blows my mind. When you show up consistently on people's feed, they start to notice. A label A&R, a manager, a future client or student, another artist who wants to collab, you never know who's watching or what could have happened from that video that you didn't post. I've gotten DMs from music creators that I've used to look up to, like Blanks and Kara, which it's still crazy to me. When I see them pop into my DMs, I was like, this isn't real. But no, it was. Why? Because I decided to show up as well. I've even worked with brands I never would have even dreamed they would know my name. And none of it would have happened if I would have stayed behind the scenes. None of it. So if you were waiting for a sign, I hope that you realize that this is it. Stop chasing perfection, start capturing reality. Because documenting your journey might be the missing piece to your successful music career. Blup, 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 blup. What the f did I write? Doesn't make any sense in my script.
That I would have dreamed for them.
How the f do you... I'm having like a brain fart right now. I have no idea if that makes sense, but... That's a wrap.